Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode, the final episode in fact for me, of Leagues 4 Trailblazer 2 Reloaded 1. I left off the previous video right where I maxed, and really the only goal I have left at this point is to get to 56k points for the Dragon rank before the league ends. It is currently the evening of January 4th, and the league ends January 10th, but for me it's like 2 or 3 a.m., so really it's kind of the 9th is really the last day, which means I have 5 days left. I have to get about 7,300 points in 5 days, which is a bit under 1,500 points per day. It's not hitting me yet that this is the final video, I guess because there's still quite a bit of time left in the league, but it feels to me like there should be 3 more videos or something, but nope, this is going to be it. And this is also the final time I'll be able to say in this series that I'm going to run some Apatol laps while I edit the previous video. And this is something that, of course, I'm going to have to finish in this video. I'm going to have to get to the 2k laps. So I'm going to have to do over 500 laps in this video, along with all the other stuff, of course. 1,500 laps, 500 more to go. After this lap, we're going to Brimhaven and we're going to get the agility tasks done there. I strategically waited to do this until I had 99 agility so I wouldn't fail any obstacles, and also until I had the Karamja Elite Diary done to get the 10% extra tickets. 30 agility arena tickets in a row. I could have used the banker's note during the course to train the bank standing skills like herb lore or fletching, but I didn't because it's a lot more chill to not do that. And with these 110 tickets, I'm now done with Brimhaven Agility. This whole time on the account, I've never equipped a full Black D'hide set. I didn't have the legs, but now I do, and now I can equip it. Now that I have 99 herb lore, I could do all the herb lore tasks that I couldn't do before, and this one, this one is to make 20 stamina potions, make 20 ranging potions, and one more is to make 20 magic potions. I got 99 smithing last video, but there's one thing I forgot to do here: buy and equip the Colossal Blade, aka the oversized anime sword. I believe the only spirit tree I've planted was the one in the POH, and there's league tasks to teleport between 2 of your own grown spirit trees. Although it doesn't work when you teleport to your house, you have to use your house to teleport to another spirit tree in the outside world. And on the topic of farming, I may as well go for 50 million farming XP, because if you have the farming relic and you're not going for 50 mil farming, what are you even doing? These steel nails appeared in my inventory, and I switched over to this tab. I'm like, the steel arrows, the accumulator, part of the max Scape. Need to turn that off. 50 million farming XP. In a similar vein to farming, if you have the farming relic, probably should try to get as much herb lore XP as possible. And I think I should be able to get to 25 mil herb lore XP with what I have banked. I did it, 25 million herb lore XP. It's also kind of a points milestone, 50k league points, 6k points left to go. And I'm going to try to go for 35 mil herb lore XP. It's only 10 million XP away this time. I'm going to have to get more secondaries, and I might have to plant more herbs, but I think I'll be able to get there. 35 million herb lore XP. It took a little bit longer than I was hoping for, but I got it done eventually. Maybe I should have done this while doing pest control, but again, I don't know, it's just more chill doing it this way. I'm not going to be camping out Leviathan, but I want to do 1 kill for the league task. I'm doing Slayer now, and I got done with task number 50. I got Sire, so I'll be going for 150 KC and hopefully get a bludgeon or maybe even a dagger along the way. But the 150 KC for sure. There's Unsired. This is Unsired number 3 at 67 KC. Oh wow, I didn't think I'd get the dagger. Nice. 200 league points from that. That's about 1 out of 5 from an Unsired. And on the other accounts I got, I don't know, I did 300 Sire KC and didn't get the dagger, so glad to get on this one. Hey, another Unsired. Come on, let's see the bludgeon piece. Yes, 2 out of 3. What, another Unsired? Alright, this could be the end of the bludgeon. Turn it in. Oh, okay. I've gotten a jar already, so unfortunately I will not get any league points out of that. I got the Thermi jar before. That drops like a 1 in 10, whereas the bludgeon piece is about 1 in 2. Hopefully next one. There's another Unsired. Come on, bludgeon piece. Yes. Nice. I was thinking if I got to 150 KC without the bludgeon, I was thinking maybe I'd keep on going for it, but don't have to worry about that now. Handed the components. And there it is, the bludgeon that I'll never use. What the? Another Unsired. I don't think there's anything else that could give me points, but pet would be cool. Okay, another dagger. Well, okay then. Here we go. Bludgeon piece. Okay. Okay, teleport right back. Oh, another unsired. Wow. Wow, there's another one. Cool. Whoa, that was back to back. Another jar. 150 KC. I am done at Sire. And then here's the collection log. I got 11 unsireds. And it's a 1 out of 20 drop for those. Finished 2 bludgeons. No pet though, unfortunately. Hello, civilians. I have Bob the cat here to turn into you. I have this cat. I thought I was going to end up needing it for something else, but I never ended up needing it again. So trade that in for death runes. I want to do some clue scrolls, and here is all the clues I've collected throughout the whole league. It's very different when you don't have the clue relic. I'll try to knock out a few from each tier at least. It's my favorite band, Panic at the Alcurid Mine. Clue scrolls are ready to be opened. Here's how many I got of each of the different types. And we'll start with the beginner clues. I will be opening them the way Saradomin wanted them to be opened. So it looks like we got 1, 2. Nice, that's exactly what I was hoping for. It was gain 10 unique items from beginner clues, and then fill 10 beginner clue collection lock slots. And very importantly, we got the mole slippers. Better late than never, eh? Next, I got 10 easy clues to open. Let's see if we can at least get 1 league task done. Oh, nice. Fill 5. Okay, wait, there's another one. Fill 5 easy clue collection lock slots. Gain 10 unique items from easy clues. Can we sneak in 1 more? No, it's good though. Then we've got 13 mediums. It'd be nice to get ranger boots, not because the. Well, as I was saying, it'd be very nice to get them, not because they're actually useful for me, but because it is a league task, a hard league task to equip them. Wow, I can't believe I got those so early. So we got 5 medium clue collection lock slots, equip ranger boots. Let's see if we can. Oh wait, there's another one. 10 unique items for medium clues. We still have a few more to go. Can we get 1? Was that more ranger boots? Oh, another one. Gain 25 unique items from medium clues. Let me grab those. 4 more mediums to open. There's fill 20 medium clue collection lock slots. Wow. That was a great opening. 2 ranger boots. We are not going to get rangers in the main game. We got so many in the league. Next up, 11 hard clues to open. And that just gave me 2 right there. 5 unique items, and then fill 3 hard clue collection lock slots. I'm already happy with that. We don't need to get any more, but we will get more. Fill 15 hard clue collection lock slots. Gain 20 unique items from hard clues. 4 more. And we're done. And finally, 6 elites to open. No, I do not want a mimic. Here we go. Wait, no. Okay, here we go. What was that? Oh, it was my first time opening an elite and my first time gaining a unique item from an elite clue. Oh, wow, gilded. Wait, the first one was gilded too. Wait, that was back-to-back gilded. Okay. Wait, gilded. Oh, 3 elite clue collection lock slides. That's not like a rare gilded thing, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. I thought that was like a different drop table, but no, it looks like that is part of the gilded. What the heck is going on? Gain 10 unique items from elite clues. Okay, I thought that was like gilded something for a second. My god, that is ridiculous. Hold on, let me put on all these gilded items I got. Got the shield, Hasta, and, well, I can't put the spade on, but you can dig with it. Oh wait, no, you can't put it on. Oh no, you can't dig with it. You can only wield it. I started out at about 51k points, and now I'm at 52k. That was like exactly 1k league points that I gained from this clue opening. It was about 4 hours of doing clues, stacking caskets. It was kind of sad. I was like, wow, I've spent 4 hours and I've gotten no league points, but when I opened them, I ended up with a lot more points than I thought I was going to get from those 4 hours of effort. And I went through all these different clue logs. It doesn't look like there's any sets that I completed that I'll be able to equip for league points. I got really close with this one. The Sarah said I would just need the helmet, but since I don't have the clue relic, it's not really worth grinding out clues any more than I just did. I've got 4 Jad KC, and getting that 5th KC will get me a couple big things done. Jad KC number 5, which is a league task in itself, and it's also a combat achievement, and that combat achievement got me to 400 combat achievement points. So that was 2 elite tasks for a total of 400 more points. And that is the last fight capes I'm going to do on the account, which means I have some fire capes I could turn in. I've got 4 fire capes, and each time I turn one in, there's a 1 in 200 chance to get it. Not lucky. Not lucky. Last one, never lucky. And I'll wait till probably like right at the end of the league to try with the Infernal Cape. I still have a little bit more combat stuff to do. Not that it matters that much. Well, I've got some good news. It looks like it's gonna happen because I'm currently about 3.6k points away from Dragon. And by doing pest control, getting 50 mil in each of the combats, ignoring prayer if I don't want to do prayer, that should be 3,000 league points right there. Plus, it's another 600 points if I do decide to go with prayer as well. That alone has the potential to get me to 56k. And then there's also a patrol and probably some other miscellaneous tasks I could pretty easily get done if I take another look through the task list. It is currently January 6th, so there's 3 days and a few hours left of the league. And I think that should be plenty of time to do all the pest control that I'm going to have to do. Currently played 138 games. I do have to do a lot of pest control, but I do not think it will take even close to 3 full days. So with that said, it is time to retire myself over to the pest control world. Wow, that's crazy how I suddenly appeared with 4k pest points. It's like 1800 points per hour, so getting to 4k, which is the cap, by the way, that's like 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm starting with attack, and I'll see how much XP this ends up getting me. There's 25 mil attack, 35 million attack XP. I'm getting a bit under 1 million XP per 100 points, so that would make sense that 4k points would be equivalent to about 40 million XP. And there is 50 million attack XP already. Got a little bit of points left over, so I'll start putting them into strength next. That comes out to about 2 hours of work for 600 league points, or 300 points per hour, which is very, very good. Okay, back to pest control for the next 4k. It's like I have a time machine or something. I'm back with 4k points already. 25 mil strength, 35 mil, and 50 mil. I'm moving on to ranged next. It's a little bit less XP per point, as you can see, but still very, very fast. Well, I'm back with another 4k points, and we should be finishing off range this time around. 35 mil range, and there's 50 mil. Range is done. I'm going to go on to prayer next because I am still getting hit points, defense, and magic XP by doing pest control since I'm using the trident in there on long range. And while prayer is a lot less XP per pest point, it's like a bit over half, it still comes out to really good league points per hour. Still getting 500k per turn in. So I'd say prayer is going to be well worth the time to get to 50 mil. I'm back with another round of 4k pest points. There's 25 mil prayer and 35 mil. And I'm just about out. Well, it looks like everyone, or probably one person. Yeah, bro's done with leagues. I was about to say that. It's coming to a close very soon. To you, it seems like I'm just claiming points for a couple minutes straight. But for me, every time I come back here, it's been like 2 to 2.5 hours in between. There is prayer completed. Let's go on to defense next. I'm actually very close to the next defense milestone. One more. That is going to put me at 25 mil defense. Ooh, and for these last 100 points onto defense, that is 35 mil. I have got 3,700 points. Let's see if it's enough. 50 million defense XP, 35 mil hit points, 50 million hit points. Oh my gosh. 180 points off, and I'm 2 million magic XP off. I have more than enough points. Is this it? One more. And with that, Dragon Cup on the Trailblazer Major. Wow. 56k points. It is currently January 8th at about 2 a.m. So it's basically exactly 2 days until the league ends. Wow. I still got time to spare. That is 50 mil in every combat skill. That rhymed. And I still got the Apatol apps to do and some other miscellaneous stuff I can get done as well. But I am all done at pest control, and I'll get back to running laps. I think I'm at like 1,800 something laps at the moment. Even though I made it to Dragon rank, one of the goals, or the main goal really, was to get as many points as possible so I can get as many cool rewards as possible in the main game. So that's why I am continuing on. And how long did it take me to reach Dragon rank? My time played, well, I started with 5 hours of playtime on the account, so really it's 14 days and 17 hours, which is 353 hours of in-game time in the last month. Take in one final view of the jungle as I get 2,000 Apatol laps for the second time this league. Transforming and equipping these monkeys is going to be the last major points that I'm going to get for the league. If we get 400 for that one, 400 for that one. There's a few other miscellaneous tasks that I want to get done, so while I'm doing those in the background, I've got some necessary things to talk about before this league ends. As we're winding things down, I want to give my unasked for opinions about the league, or the leagues, and I'll start by ranking the 4 leagues. Number 1, my favorite league, the top one, in my opinion, my main squeeze, I'm going to have to give to this league, Trailblazer Reloaded, followed by the original Trailblazer, then Shattered Relics, and then last would be Twisted. I didn't dislike any league though, and the reason Twisted inherently ends up last for me is because it was the first league and Jagex didn't have any history or data points to go off of to balance the content in it. The relics were kind of unbalanced, and there was a huge disparity of being skilling versus PVM focused, but being the first league, in retrospect, it feels like it was more of a test to lead into what came after. I still had so much fun playing Twisted though, especially because it was the first league and there was nothing else at the time to compare it to. It's just easier to nitpick these things knowing what we know now after seeing how much improvement there's been over the years. Skipping over to Leagues 3, Shattered Relics, the constant swapping relic fragments back and forth was pretty annoying because every time you wanted to switch activities, you'd have to go to the bank and pick out the right sets of relics to optimize your next activity. And the other aspect that ranks Shattered Relics kind of low for me is that everyone ended up in the same gear at the end because there was no area restriction. Now looking back at the Trailblazers, I think it adds a whole nother layer of gameplay when they both have you pick a specialty combat style. That's probably my favorite fundamental about the league. It almost feels more RPG-like. You have a special class and you team up with your friends who also each pick different classes to work together, and you each fill your role in the raids. And then also because of the area restrictions, everyone has different gear and spec weapons, and you see these goofy outfits at the end of the league where people's max gear might be like a shadow with infinity robes or a scythe with obsidian. And it's really fun seeing what cool ideas and builds people come up with, because on one hand, yeah, you're held back by the area restrictions, but the advantage from the relics way more than outshines and outweighs the disadvantages from being locked to areas. So you end up with these brand new concepts and ideas like the door build, for example. And yeah, going back to my thoughts on ranking the leagues, Trailblazer 2 is ahead of the original Trailblazer to me because of the balancing of relics and tasks being better, and in my opinion, it's overall a lot more polished, as you would expect the 4th iteration of something to be better than the 2nd iteration. The next thing to address is the drop-off of players and the question of, was the league a waste of Jagex's time? It's easy to say now that the league was a failure because there's 20 people per league world, but this is nothing different to what we've seen before. Every single league, there's been a massive drop-off of players after the 2 to 3 week mark, and after 1 month, most people are completely sick of the league. If you're watching this video right now, you're a bit of a biased audience because if you were sick of leagues, you wouldn't be here. So I recognize that I'm kind of preaching to the choir. A lot of people will say that the league was a waste of Jagex's time. Waste of time is subjective, but time is money, and I'll go by the assumption that money is Jagex's most important goal. Not just short-term profits, but I'm also talking about long-term sustainable growth as a company. If short-term profits was the only goal, then they would add microtransactions and make a lot of money really quick, and then the game would probably drop off pretty quickly and become stagnant, which is what happened to RS3 when they added MTX. I can pretty much guarantee that Jagex is making more money both short and long term because of this league, and I'll explain why. First off, publicity is the most important thing for a game, and OSRS hit an all-time high for Google searches because of this league. Google search trends indicates public interest, and the higher the general public interest is, the more of the big streamers and YouTubers from other categories will try out the game, even for just a few days. That exposes their viewers to it. And even a lot of current players use the league as an excuse to finally start their OSRS YouTube channels, which they then continue after the league, and so on. And you can see how this expanded adoption would lead to overall long-term higher numbers for the game. This league also caused OSRS to hit its all-time high peak player count, as well as all-time high average concurrent player count. You can see it's come down pretty fast, like it's always done after a league, but the important thing is that now more people know about the game and it's been brought more to the public eye. And because of that, the base threshold that it ends up coming back down to will probably be slightly higher than it was after the previous league. You can see that average player count oscillates up and down, but the general trend over the long term is up. And unless that changes, I'm extremely optimistic for the future and longevity of my favorite game. I obviously don't know the ins and outs of exactly how Jagex works, but I think it's fair to assume that they have a team of business intelligence analysts that have access to way more data than we do, and have determined after the first league that more leagues would in fact lead to quicker and sustainable growth for the company. And I mean, these theoretical people would have studied the data, they've gone to school for this kind of stuff, and they're a lot smarter than I am. All of that to answer the question of, do I think the league was a waste of time for Jagex? Which is no, by the way, if you didn't get that. And obviously it wasn't a waste of time for me personally either, because I had fun. And we're all going to die eventually anyways, so you may as well spend your time doing the things you enjoy as long as you're not hurting anyone else. Personally, I like that Dragon Rank was a static threshold this time, but to me, the only downside is that it makes my favorite league's copy pasta obsolete. I'm sorry to say that for this league, I was not in fact able to solo raise the Dragon threshold by 2k points in the last hour. Well, here we go. The last few seconds, here's my main account at the GE, or Mudkip's at the GE. Furkip is in Lumbridge. Just had to put that last important message in the chat box. Well, it's been a lot of fun. We'll wrap up with all the things I need to say in the morning. Good night. The servers ended up going offline for me at 3:30 a.m. So it was a pretty late night, but I would say it was worth staying up for the last day of the league, what 2 months have led up to. Look at me now, man. 2 accounts with the League's 4 Dragon Trophy. I did the same thing in the original Trailblazer. I got 2 accounts to Dragon Rank, and now I did that once again. I think this is usually the time where YouTubers would put for their title, like, I am the winner of the Trailblazer League. But for me, I think it'd be more accurate to say, I'm the biggest loser of the league. I got 2 accounts to Dragon. And on the topic of being the biggest loser, I've kept the tradition going on Mudkip. I have all 4 of the Dragon trophies for all 4 of the leagues. You know those jokes I made like almost every video in the series where I was like, let's make like a blank in blank? Well, there are some that I didn't end up using either because I didn't have enough time, or probably more so because they were very provocative. I think that horse one was about as provocative as I got, and even then that might have been pushing it. But there were some jokes that didn't make the cut. Here's I'll just show you the list. So yeah, anyways, now that the league is over, what's next? Well, for those of you that don't know, the main series on my channel is my duo group Ironman. So that's what I'll be getting back to. In fact, throughout the league, you would have seen my duo GIM partner in my videos quite a few times, since we did a lot of activities together. We just got a major drop in some of the recent GIM videos, so things are really starting to spice up, and I'll link my GIM playlist in the description, either if you're new and you want to start from the beginning, or if you just want to catch up from the last couple of videos to remember where we were in the series. I know I'm going to have to do that because 2 months is a long time without a video and I forgot exactly what we were doing. Why did bro walk up to the camera like that? I really appreciate you joining me and watching me on my journey. It means a lot, and it also allows me to keep doing what I love, so thank you very much. And while it's kind of hard to say goodbye and end the series, it's really not goodbye because the next video will be up in a few days, and it would mean a lot if you gave my main series a chance. I'm still the same person, you know, it's not like we have a different host for each series or I changed personalities or something. And if you're still watching at this point after I've been standing around talking for a few minutes while doing nothing, you probably aren't watching me for the content itself. But yeah, thank you so much again for watching, have a great day, and hopefully see you again in a few days on the group Ironman. Okay, love you, bye.